Good morning. I hope you're already having a great start to your meeting. Let me begin by saying I hope you had a fantastic Thanksgiving break, full of great food, friends, football, or if you preferred shopping. As I've shared with many of you, I did get dragged to Black Friday and even late Thursday shopping. So whatever it was that brought you joy, I hope you had a lot of it during your Thanksgiving break. I apologize in advance for not being able to be with you today. I take our leadership meetings very seriously. Very rarely do I ever let anything intrude. It's just very important for me to spend time with you and for us to collaborate together as we lead this district. As you know, Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools, part of the Wallace Foundation grant on leadership development. As part of that grant, the superintendent is required 2 times a year to present at national forums about that work. And so I will be today in the great state of Texas in Dallas, speaking about your work, speaking about your leadership, speaking about our grant. And while I will be saying a lot about Charlotte-Mecklenburg Schools and the exemplary principles and leadership we have in the school district, I promise you a phrase that will not be uttered from my lips will be, how about those Cowboys? So I am sorry about missing the meeting today, not only because I enjoy the time with you and to hear about what's happening in your buildings and to focus on how we are leading this great district together, but because the topic is one that is very important to me. As we have developed our strategic plan, and as we've talked about different aspects of the plan, many people in our community and many individuals understand the focus in Goal 1 around academic excellence at a college and career-ready level. They understand Goal 2 about how important it is to have the most effective teachers and great principals to lead our schools and classrooms in order to make Goal 1 happen. Goal 6 around transformation of our school district has generated a lot of excitement. But probably the goal that I spend the most time about answering questions is Goal 4, the commitment to a culture where students are safe and staff members are safe, both physically and psychologically and socially. That emphasis on social emotional awareness is one that people innately understand why it's important, but it takes explanation. Also, the focus on cultural competency is one that, again, requires a greater level of understanding by our community. And so in many ways, that's the focus of our meeting today. Today, you'll be doing a STAT process where you will get a lot of information about things that are happening across our district about attendance and discipline. 2 aspects that I think show symptoms of social emotional issues happening with our students. As students have issues happening in their lives, many times they become chronic absentee students, or they exemplify or exhibit behaviors in school that aren't what we need them to be and therefore keep them away from maximizing their academic progress. And so we will do a deep dive today in looking at the data. What is it telling us? How can we see areas that we need to improve upon? And what are some schools that have some very promising programs that we can learn from each other? All of these will be a part of the focus today. I've said this many times. All of us through our ed courses had a chance to get exposed to Maslow's hierarchy of needs. And I will confess 100% that I learned that hierarchy just to make sure I did well on the test. But as I have gone through my career as a teacher, assistant principal, as a principal of a Middle Anna High School, a community superintendent, now superintendent, I've grown to really understand the wisdom of what Maslow was trying to say. We know that as our students are trying to access the most intense levels of learning, as we are trying to get them to that higher level of critical cognitive thinking, if we don't address the social emotional needs that our students come with, it makes all more challenging than what we're trying to do with them in the classroom. And so that is the focus today, and it will continue to be a focus in our school district. And so I'm sorry I will not be there, but it is one that is very important to me, as I know it is important to you. As we talk about the social emotional wellness of our students, I also ask you to think about your own social emotional awareness, wellness. I know how hard your jobs are, whether you lead a department or a school. There's a huge task and responsibility on leadership. And as there's more accountability and more expectations come from the federal level, the state level, and local level, your jobs become increasingly more challenging and more difficult, while they are still, we know, rewarding. I hope that you will take the time, just as I said, I hope you did during the Thanksgiving break, with the upcoming winter break. I know I probably will not see all of you together before the winter break, so let me take this opportunity as we do this deep dive today around social emotional wellness of our students to ask you to take that time for yourselves during the winter break. It is very important in the jobs that you have to take that time, to take some time away from the train, to take some time for yourselves and to spend time with your family. So I know all of you have been good, so we don't need to ask Santa who's been naughty and nice with our administrators. All of you are doing exemplary work. But I hope that as you think about the gifts that you want to give to others and the gifts that you provide, which is a quality education every day for our children, that you will give yourself the gift of some time away and some time for yourselves during the upcoming holiday season. Again, I apologize about not being here with you today. I wish you nothing but a successful meeting, and I look forward to hearing about how the day unfolded and to visiting you in your schools very soon. Have a great meeting and a great holiday season.